Today's horoscope, Leo June 11, 2025. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. There can be some questions in your mind about work or health that interfere with your social relationships or pleasure time today. You may need to spend a little time sorting out your problems to clear your head. A partner may be a little needier or difficult today, or relationship concerns can weigh heavily on you. Attempt to keep things light and straightforward, but don't entirely avoid the deeper issues, particularly if they are the same old patterns that keep emerging. Still, it may be best to avoid sharing a secret just yet, as misunderstandings can abound now. With a full moon occurring early tomorrow, events now can bring sudden light to a relationship with a friend or lover. Your feelings become hard to ignore. Aim to wait and see how you feel, as emotions are heightened around a full moon, and it makes sense to connect. Lousy or touchy temperaments. As the lion, you can have a temper, so it would be wise not to jump to conclusions or engage in drama. Focus on breathing through challenges, connect to divine beauty, and lead with compassion. Expect minor distractions to vie for your attention. You'll get your work done, but only as a result of your persistence and diligence. If you need some time to concentrate, tell everyone to shoo. There is power in knowing what you want, but it's not always easy. Ever spend tea all long looking at the menu in a restaurant? The waiter keeps coming, and pretty soon you order something just to get it over with? Now pretend you're the waiter. The best way to find what you want is to know what you need. If you know you need nutritious root vegetables into your diet, your want list instantly becomes more manageable and the power is in your hands to decide. Getting something new going is much more likely for you on this day. If you've been considering some changes in either your personal or professional life, make some plans. Taking your ideas to pen and paper can help you to weigh out the pros and cons of your endeavors. Further, this is a powerful aid to strategic planning. Allow the assertive nature of this day help you overcome resistance. While you may feel unsure, there is courage within if you only reach for it. While the moon returns to begin the lead up to a full moon that is going to energize things across the playful, creative and adventurous side of life. Fans, even in the heart of not just the working week but as Venus is settling into her first week in your career sector, the timing couldn't be better. Venus is asking you to wait for the moon's return to your work sector later in the week and Mars' return to your income sector next week, giving you time to put some work and life balance guardrails in place. The timing of the moon's return to your romantic sector means that these romantically charged lunar vibes will have to compete with the working week, but they are more than up for it. This begins the lead up to a full moon that is going to draw on support from Mars and Leo and the dwarf planet Eris, the warrior princess of the cosmos in an adventurous part of your chart, bringing together a potent mix of romance, passion, and adventure. Daily Planetary Overview. Now is the time to put diplomacy into action. Use tact to solve arguments and flexibility to add to or create domestic bliss. There is barely a selfish note in this "can't we all just get along" moon position, so be sure to take advantage of its peace-seeking nature and heal as many broken bonds as possible. It's time to get serious about improving the world and sticking with the changes we've said we'd continue. By releasing the past and moving forward, we're expelling all the negativity and moving toward a better emotional place for many years to come. In the morning, the Libra moon trines Saturn in Aquarius, offering us patience and resolve. This is a good time to seek the advice of elders, as they can reframe issues we are struggling with and help us to see our problems in a new light. We realize we have become stuck in our ways out of a fear of not being desirable to others. Placing too much of our self-esteem in the hands of outside parties creates difficulties in decision-making. Yet, at this time, we reconnect to our own source of inner authority. We recognize that it benefits no one to sacrifice our personal satisfaction. Late in the morning, the moon squares Pluto in Capricorn, provoking ego conflicts. In standing up for ourselves, we upset existing power dynamics which have thrived by us staying small and keeping the peace. While there might not be an easy resolution at this time, we gain invaluable awareness of how our kindness might be being exploited. Secrets could be revealed, causing us to question where our loyalties lie. The moon then begins its void of course, encouraging us to keep a keen eye on how others are speaking and acting towards us. Above all else, we are aware of the fleeting nature of time, and seek to use our energy deliberately to make a lasting impact on the world. This is a good lunar period for practical work that benefits from a slow and steady approach. We should, however, be cautioned not to identify so closely with our professional aims that we lose sight of our overall happiness. Beware depressing and negative self-talk or falling victim to the trap that your worth hinges on your productivity. Smart Mercury has been steadily moving forward in grounded Taurus lately, and its Earth trine to Pluto and career-boosting Saturn today can be just the push you need to step up to the plate and make things happen. Your job, or anything having to do with major responsibilities, including family and education, is at the forefront of this cosmic interaction, encouraging you to grab the lead and take the steps necessary to advance to the next level. If you're in a leadership role where it's up to you to make major decisions, be sure to consider all of the options, including the ones that are good for the group and not just your own personal success. Details are just as important as the overall picture. Your brainpower is impressive during this masterful trine, but remember that asking for ADV ice or favors from people who are in key positions to help you isn't a sign of weakness. Quite the opposite, in fact. Mid-afternoon, Venus aligns with Uranus in Taurus, offering surprises in love and money. Although both planets are gliding through stable Taurian terrain, Uranus shakes us out of complacency and suggests we examine matters of the heart in evolutionary language. How are our relationships serving to develop our consciousness? If we are not lit up in love, we might now look for excitement elsewhere. Alternatively, we might be on the receiving end of another's sudden desire for change. This can be an influence for breakups, but not if a partnership is on solid footing. A union that begins under this influence may not last long, but we can learn a great deal from the engagement. Since Venus also rules money, we might also make risky investments at this time. The potential for both gains and losses is inherent in this transit, so only gamble with resources that you can afford to lose. In the evening, the Scorpio moon opposes Uranus, making us impulsive. A battle between intuition and instinct prompts us to grab for power. However, Uranus' influence prevents us from getting a firm grip, causing us to feel impotent. The more we try to assert dominance, the more the universe affirms that we are not in the driver's seat. Psychological revelations occur which are hard to process in the immediate. It may be some time before we can give proper context to our emotions, but we will be better for this confrontation.